When we last spoke about Deadpool, Ryan, you said one of my great goals is to do a Deadpool Logan movie. I also think that Dogpool would be a fun character to incorporate.
I said that?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds thinks it's completely fine to be a bull.
This comes from TMZ, and it says, Ryan tried to destroy me. Now he wants out? Child? Ryan Reynolds is trying to run from the very firestorm he helped ignite by trying to get cut out of the legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively, at least according to Justin's attorney.
Goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and
Did Ryan Reynolds troll Justin Baldoni in Deadpool and Wolverine?
With their impending reunion in Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan and Hugh have long been Hollywood's favorite bromance, trading lighthearted jabs in interviews and on social media. However, things now appear to have taken a serious turn. According to rumors, Ryan feels deceived by Hugh's sudden support of his departure from Marvel, which raises the possibility of a real-life fallout and the disintegration of their illustrious friendship.
And to self-govern. So yes, there's jokes in there that I personally cannot believe they let us.
And in fairness, because we were like the kind of good boy students turning in our script every once in a while, and every time we send a script, we were like kind of waiting, and the pushback never came. And it became clear that on this movie, funny wins.
Really, there was one joke, one line that they asked me to take out.
When I was on set, I was like, there's no way that's going to be it.
Yeah, I have a joke about Hugh that I couldn't believe he let me say in the movie. So that passes.
However, let's take a moment to put things in perspective before we plunge into the turmoil. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have long been the internet's favorite Hollywood couple, trading clever comments and lighthearted jabs in interviews and on social media. Fans have loved their hilarious faux feud, particularly after the two actors hinted at their eagerly anticipated on-screen reunion in Deadpool and...
People are expecting the unexpected, and part of the unexpected is that sort of warmth. But really, there was one joke, one line that they asked me to take out.
Wow, I can't imagine.
Hugh, you want to tell what that line was?
I can't imagine what that was.
Yeah, just one. That was it.
Just one, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There were others when I was on set, and I was like, there's no way that's going to be it.
Wesley Snipes as Blade, Channing Tatum as Gambit, in a kind of Deadpool universe within the MCU. It's actually being talked about.
But according to recent reports, their lighthearted banter may have taken a serious turn. There are rumors that Ryan is upset about Hugh's sudden support for his decision to leave Marvel, and if Hollywood rumors are to be believed, this could be the start of a much larger behind-the-scenes drama. Could fallout mean that their long-standing friendship is now in jeopardy? Or is this just another poorly executed marketing gimmick?
In the lawsuit obtained by E! News, Justin makes claims against Ryan Reynolds, saying that the actor aggressively berated Baldoni during a meeting at their penthouse in New York, accusing him of fat-shaming Lively. Now, given the accusations, fans have been circulating this moment from Ryan's latest film, Deadpool and Wolverine, in which Blake makes a cameo as Lady Deadpool, but it's the character of Nice Pool, a self-identifying feminist that fans are looking to as a potential real-life parallel to Justin.
But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist, right?
According to IMDb, Deadpool and Wolverine was filmed between May of 2023 and January of 2024, while It Ends With Us was shot between April of 2023 and May of 2024, meaning the two films were in production simultaneously.
You know, is maybe a cash grab, and I saw in the comments and people say, well, everything's a cash grab. That's not true. Everything is made to make a profit. Everything is made to make money. But a cash grab is, in definition, you're just doing it to make money and you're not trying to do anything creative. So if you're saying that everything's a cash grab, that is incorrect. Everything is made to make money, which is true. Majority of stuff is made to make money. So is that one of these things? Or is there actually, with the addition of making money, is this also going to be something that can be creative, push the story forward? Is Marvel getting desperate and just trying to get wins?
Let's start by discussing the Marvel exodus itself based on a number of sources. According to reports, Ryan Reynolds found it difficult to make the decision to leave his legendary position as Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it has shocked the Marvel audience.
So the truth is, I meant what I said when I said I'm done, that Logan was going to be my last. I announced it before we'd shot Logan, and about 3 days after that, I saw Deadpool 1. So what's that, 2016? And about 15 minutes into the movie, I was like, oop.
Here's the actual twist, though. Hugh Jackman, the renowned Wolverine himself, has publicly endorsed Ryan's choice, and according to some accounts, he even urged him to depart.
Any British classics that you've become familiar with?
Oh,
Dishes.
I mean, I love myself a cottage pie, shepherd's pie.
Love that. Love that. Do you know the difference between a cottage and a shepherd's?
No, I was going with classic movies, but
One of them has
think
about
didn't even occur to me that it would be something that goes in your mouth.
The shepherd
My
look
God,
after.
pull your heads out of your asses for 5 seconds.
Do I need to get two top tears on your ears?
Do it. Let's go. Oh God, I want it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I never went to college.
What are you?
Oh, I cheat at Wordle. What is this? What is this witchcraft?
Shepherd looks after sheep.
Oh,
Shepherd
my
pie.
God.
A cottage pie is made with beef.
I like the shaving part, but I don't.
Although Ryan and Marvel Studios have not provided an official statement, insiders say that Ryan has been under pressure to play a sarcastic, high-energy role all the time. Other reports suggest that Ryan wants to concentrate on other endeavors, such as his business and film production endeavors, as the fan base is now split. Some people agree that Ryan needs to change, while others are accusing Hugh of coercing him into leaving to take back the limelight. Is Hugh merely being a helpful buddy, or is there more going on here? Let's examine this further.
Making of the movie is one thing. I mean, probably the best experience I know I've ever had. I'm not going to speak for Hubert here. But the outcome being even better was equally shocking, because that usually when you have that much fun and you experience that much joy, we sort of have a mechanism in our brain that says, oh, well, we must be fucked. But boy, it was just a delight. I mean, right up until I've never been so depressed when we stopped shooting the film, because I knew when we stopped shooting, we're probably not going to have a lot of reshoots. The day and a half, which, you know, for any movie, it's pretty remarkable, but a Marvel movie.
Because I normally need personally 3 weeks to fix
he needs
everything.
3 weeks to just
day
get
and a
his
half,
intermittent jaw clenching and squinting.
The authority to make decisions, Hollywood celebrities are being called as witnesses in depositions for Blake Lively and Justin Baldwini's courtroom showdown, which is scheduled for next year, and even Messier Hugh Jackman has been drawn into a completely different legal dispute. But Jackman has remained a mother, preferring to concentrate on an unexpected new business endeavor.
Down. Let's move on to this, shall we? Ryan Reynolds, always keeping himself busy.
Always.
Between buying a beer company now and having new partners over at Wrexham, enjoying great success at Wrexham.
Yeah.
And, by the way, just had the highest R-rated box office grossing film of all time, with the $1.33 billion Deadpool and Wolverine. So what does he want to do next? Well, it's not going to Disneyland. But not surprisingly, he wants to work with Sean Levy and Hugh Jackman again. As Variety is telling us that Ryan Reynolds is right now writing a non-Marvel project for him.
Fans are thrilled as Jackson recently announced on Instagram his latest endeavor, a business aimed at democratizing live theater. However, observers surmise that the timing is not coincidental, particularly considering his present involvement in several disputes.
I love it. Are you kidding me? I love attention. Hugh knows me well enough. Yes, but she had
The juicy part is now Ryan Reynolds' response to Hugh's support was, to put it mildly, less than enthusiastic. Although he didn't explicitly call him out, his body language and subtle jabs said volumes about him. According to sources, Ryan was furious and even confronted Hugh about what he perceived as a betrayal during a recent interview. According to an unnamed insider, Ryan was taken by surprise since he thought Hugh would support him, but not in a manner that made him feel excluded.
After a record-breaking success of Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman fans have something new to look forward to. Reynolds is working on a film unrelated to Marvel, which will have him teaming up again with co-star Jackman and director Sean Levy. Reynolds shared his plans during a recent interview for a Variety Awards Circuit podcast episode, which is set to be released later this week. He said this: "I'm spending the year writing," Reynolds said during the podcast. "I'm writing a movie for myself, Hugh, and Sean to do. That is not Marvel."
In addition to the controversy, insiders claimed Blake Lively is worried about Hugh's influence because she thinks it would hurt Ryan's career. Is this simply another exaggerated Hollywood feud, or is there actually tension? Making Beer this story is far from over, so stay tuned.
We're on the same team. If you could find a nice way in there somewhere, just not holding like a idiot.
What are you?
I'm a idiot.
Louder!
I'm a idiot!
Yes, I like how this is going. My brain tastes chocolate.
What was the meeting like when you're discussing with Disney the jokes about Disney?
The fun story would be that Disney was just appalled at everything, was never going to let us do anything. But that's on one hand. On the other hand, money. They had a lot of...
We must examine the nuanced friendship between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman in order to fully comprehend this drama. Fans enjoyed their lighthearted banter and often funny social media roasts and public pranks, but was there a deeper conflict underlying all the humor? Their bromance began years ago.
Very first Deadpool, you said, and I quote, "Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it rhymes with Wolverine." Which, I'm just doing my journalistic duties here. It begs the question, how did this get greenlit?
Are you asking me whose balls I fondled, or... Tyrone, I've grown a lot since then, okay? Let's move on. Everyone thinks that it was me begging Hugh to do it, but no, he called and said, "I'm ready, I want to do it." I said, we're still going to have an open casting call, and we're going to see who comes back. Weirdly, he ended up joining the casting call, and just his experience alone got him the part. We weren't expecting that his fee would be so much, given there's 10 other movies. Like, come on.
Wow.
Crazy.
Ryan has reportedly long admired Hugh's ability to balance Marvel projects with critically acclaimed movies like The Greatest Show and Les Miserables, while other reports indicate that Hugh has always felt territorial about his role as Wolverine and wasn't happy when Ryan's Deadpool began to eclipse him in popularity.
I could see those two characters together. I was watching the movie. All I kept thinking about was 48 Hours, The Odd Couple, Planes, Trains, Automobile. I could see how these two characters would work. And then I can tell you the date, August 14th. I was doing theatre, August 14th, 2022, and I was driving, and it came to me like that I wanted to do it again, that I wanted to do it with Ryan playing Deadpool, and I wanted these two characters together. And I knew that Sean and Ryan were about to shoot, or somewhere on the process. And
Not
so
even close.
I pulled up, I thought they were about to shoot, so I pulled over the side of the road and I rang Ryan and I said, "Ryan, I want to do this. Please tell me you'll do it."
It's difficult to say the truth, but it's obvious that things have grown messy and that this Hollywood drama has drawn more than just fans' attention. Numerous more celebrities have offered their opinions on the matter. After being questioned about Ryan's apparent departure, Chris Evans, the beloved Captain of America, reportedly said in the meantime, Scarlett Johansson, who has collaborated with both Ryan and Hugh, quietly addressed the subject in a podcast interview. Ryan is one of the most gifted actors I know, but he is also human, so if he decides it's time to move on, we should accept that. As for Hugh's involvement, that's between them. Friendships in Hollywood are complex. When asked about the feud at a recent event, Robert Downey Jr., the king of Marvel, said, "Ryan and Hugh are like a dysfunctional married couple, they'll be fine, so is this all just a temporary spat between friends, or is the damage done?" The media rarely tells the whole story. Unrepairable.
Want to kind of get back into the...
I was broke. I was doing theatre. Yeah.
The theaters, yeah. Just the love of the game, yeah. I mean, his nighttime skincare routine alone would bankrupt you. I mean, it's where these products come from, I don't even know.
The public's response, utterly chaotic conspiracy theories and discussion memes have proliferated on social media. While some supporters of Ryan contend that he has every right to feel deceived, others counter that Hugh is merely attempting to be a good friend and that Ryan's reaction is excessive.
You and Ryan have been friends for years, kind of more maybe frenemies. And there's a well-known feud that is often played out on social media, including one time when Ryan used your face for target practice, and then you tricked him into wearing an ugly Christmas sweater to a holiday party.
I did. Yep. And once again got me today.
Yep, and here we are. But do you even remember how this feud started?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, like a farm animal. Come on.
How did this feud start? I don't know, because in truth, I think the gig is up. Everyone knows we're actually just really best friends, and we hang out together. And I'm Australian, so like making fun of someone is our love language. You know, occasional punching in the face is our love language.
Well, Meanwhile, sensational headlines are taking over the tabloids. Hugh Jackman versus Ryan Reynolds, the latest civil war from Marvel Deadpool bids farewell, revealing that Ryan Reynolds' Marvel career was sabotaged by Hugh Jackman. Marvel Studios is in a difficult position. If Ryan leaves, will Deadpool be recast, or will the character be retained indefinitely?
Whether or not and when Ryan Reynolds will pop back up in the MCU. About whether or not or when Hugh Jackman will pop back up in the MCU as Wolverine. And all
This circumstance highlights a more serious problem. That's all we have for today. What do you think about Ryan Reynolds' response to Hugh Jackman endorsing his departure from Marvel? Is this just another instance of Hollywood politics tearing people apart, or is there a real problem between Ryan and Hugh? Are the rumors of betrayal true, or is this just another exaggerated Hollywood scandal? If you liked this in-depth look at celebrity drama, please leave a comment below and remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.